both for participating, and it's all been great. You two played in Kusogrand3, right?
I did, yes.
I actually missed Kusogrand3. I played in the original.
Oh, you played in the original. That's right.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm actually sad that I missed Kusogrand3. I really regret it.
Well, you know, it happens sometimes, but yeah, be sure to come back for the fourth one. It's
absolutely.
I know that it spans a long period of time, but I'm glad that people are just super flexible and able to jump in when we need them. So yeah, thank you both again.
Yes.
And thanks for running the tournament.
Yeah, thank you, and all the game masters too for running the tournament.
Oh man, yeah. Honestly, this has been the most organized that we've had. The most organization. And it's super nice that I have people helping. Okay, well, I think it's time. Oh, Cadus says he tries. Yeah, Cadus is like the backbone here. Thank you so much.
Cadus is the person carrying us all through Kusogrand3, so definitely deserves a huge thanks.
Yeah. Well, we are going to be getting ready to announce the next game, so I'll go ahead and let you all take off. Thank you again, and thank you, Mike, for choosing this game.
Yep.
No problem. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, take it easy.
And it was nice seeing someone beat it and realizing that I actually got up to the final boss in the hour or so that I played it.
That's always nice. All right. Well, I've got a short little video to show between games for now. This is the last time we're seeing the video, so everybody get your tears going, I guess. Okay. 1, 2, Goose is coming for you. 3, 4, beats, here's 1 more. 5, 6, could be ball and sticks. 7, 8, Lester wants a date. 9, 10, Goose is back again.
Welcome to Fright Night. For real.
I'm glad you appreciate. Well,
oh, as it turns out, I was muted. Thank you again, Koal.
hey.
You could hear me at least.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, people are trying to name that tune, and I think most people are going to be correct here. Because we've got a little Darkman action coming up. Koal, you are so evil.
Oh, who doesn't love this game? This game's great.
I hate this game. It's so incredibly difficult.
This is actually my third redraw thanks to Rain, so it's Rain's fault.
It's all Rain's fault. Okay, Rain, it's your fault that we're having some more Darkman today, but hey, you know, you're the one who's playing it.
I was going to pick a game that's actually really fun and has great music, but no, we didn't get that.
Isn't that unfortunate, you know? Oh, do you know who's doing audio, by the way?
Yes, Yagamoth will be providing audio.
Sweet. Okay, that'll make my life easier. If I can get this to do what I want it to do. So, yeah, I have played quite a bit of this game, and this is the game that stumped me on that Big Bad 10 that we did a while ago.
It only stumped you for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I played this for 3 hours, and it was butts.
I speedrun this game.
I know you do, and I hate it. So much
Pretty
hatred in my heart. It's fun. It's fun as buds.
This is a good video game.
It is made by people who make video games. Ocean.
No, it was made by Ocean. That's different.
Yeah, you've got a good point. Well, Darkman is obviously based off of a movie because, I don't know. Maybe
because
it's
it
not
has
obvious.
Ocean on it. Ocean made a ton of really bad movie video game adaptations. in
Yeah,
the 90s.
Ocean's just like, every game that we're going to make, let's base it off of a movie because that's how we're going to feel, inspiration.
I do want you to know this does have the Nintendo seal of quality. That makes it a qualified video game.
I mean, it does, but still, koal. I'd say it might be qualified as a video game.
Ooh.
It's okay, koal. Look, I used your name. You should be proud.
Proud of being associated with Darkman?
Sure. So, who is your favorite superhero, by the way? Because, Darkman is definitely a superhero of sorts.
Are we talking like with all the reboots from the movies, or are we talking about actual comic books? Because I don't think I've ever actually read a comic book.
Let's do movies then, since you've never read a comic book.
It's probably between Doctor Strange and Deadpool.
Doctor Strange and Deadpool. Okay, that sounds decent enough. Oh my gosh. How come this game is so dumb to capture?
But it has great music.
Oh, it does. For an Ocean game, it's got fantastic music.
There's a lot of charm in this game I'm excited to talk about during the run. It's there's a lot of love here.
Yeah, if you've never seen this game, everybody get ready because we're in for a wild time. Just trust me on that, okay? It's going to be an experience that you won't forget. You'll try to, but you won't be able to.
It'll haunt your dreams. It'll be great. You'll wake up in a cold sweat thinking about Darkman.
That happened once. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if I have Darkman in my nightmares fairly soon. He's just always around every corner waiting there to be, all spooky.
You also promised you were going to speedrun this game at some point.
I did?
You did.
No, I can't have promised that. I make a
You
lot
did
of
during the
promises.
Big Bad 10. You promised.
Whatever, I don't believe me.
I'll clip it later.
Oh, go on, don't make me. Please don't make me.
Oh, yeah, I should probably let them know that they're starting on the start screen, not the story screen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I should probably let them know that they're starting on the...
Rain and Yagamoth, by the way, go ahead and mute me whenever you are able, because we will be getting started in just a little bit. Honestly, it looks like everything's captured. It's also chaptered. I am excited for this game, though. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, I was feeling like something kind of silly, maybe a Kusogrand classic, and this is my best chance to get to see this game again.
Yeah, this is the very last of the recurring nightmares that we have. Oh yeah, the water bird. By the way, did you give them the manual?
No, certainly not.
Okay, so don't spoil anything, people. Just be sure, because they really don't know much of what's going on. Okay, it looks like they are both sort of as ready as possible. These two are both legendary players. I'm excited to see how they do. Wish them the best of luck, because we are doing the countdown in Discord. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. And again, I'm willing to bet that we will see a death in the first 2 seconds of the game. I'm betting 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's about where it should be. Let's see. Yagamoth wisely testing the buttons.
Okay, good idea. What about Rane?
There it is!
Yeah! Okay, so it wasn't 2 seconds. 10 seconds. First 10 seconds of the game.
Oh, on both sides. Excellent. We're off to a great start. God, I love this game.
Oh, this game is so good.
So we are encountering something, we saw it for a second there on Rain's side. There's a balancing minigame in this game that's actually kind of cool. Walking on those ropes, and we'll see it on other surfaces later, tapping A and B can actually cause the little meter to tilt left or right.
Yagamoth! So
They're
many
gonna hit the
deaths.
first continue before they reach 1 minute.
Yeah,
There it is.
within 40 seconds, we got a full game over for Yagamoth.
There he goes. He was wise to not use his continue for that.
Oh, yeah. He failed in his quest for revenge. He fell off a couple platforms.
In a warehouse, I'm not really sure why those platforms were even there. It seems like an OSHA violation waiting to happen.
It's an ocean violation, you know?
It's an ocean violation.
Oh, Yagamoth. No! The thing is, okay, let's talk about the controls. Because I've
I love
never, well, except for RoboCop, I've never really experienced a game with controls like this.
The momentum is the big thing. It takes a really long time for Darkman to build up momentum, but it's got sort of a parabola. It really, at high acceleration, you accelerate even faster, and top movement speed for Darkman in his various forms is absurdly fast. And it's actually required to make those jumps because when you jump, you keep whatever momentum you had and you don't build any additional momentum. So if you don't have a lot of speed, you just jump straight up and fall straight down.
Rain went onto one of those stupid scrolling mazes.
Yes, some of those mazes have arrows to tell you what direction you're supposed to go. Of course, they come really fast, so it's easy to mess up. The best is a little bit later, those arrows are going to outright lie to you.
Yeah, about that.
There was a question about the rotating head. The rotating head is actually just for flavor, but some of the Darkman lore is that Darkman creates a very convincing disguise, and the little water bird thing in the upper left is basically supposed to tell us how long until the disguise deteriorates and falls off. You would think it'd be irrelevant right now, because right now he's just Darkman.
We have had so much death already. Oh my gosh. Like,
Bearing in mind that these two players made it past the group stages, too. These are not chump players.
No, these are players who are extremely, good at some of these blind playthroughs that we've had. Oh, Rain getting mashed! Oh, he became
I think I've only seen
potatoes.
that kill somebody like 3 times, but it's always been in Kusogrand3.
Oh, yeah. Like, this game and fair cannot exist in the same sentence. Yagamoth! So, the thing is, this game not only has limited lives, for each continue, but it does have limited continues. So, it doesn't feel like it at first because it doesn't show you the number. Oh my gosh.
As I recall, it's 3 continues and 4 lives per continue.
Now, combat does work in this game, I promise you, even though you see both players dying all the time.
Yeah, combat in this game is actually pretty cool, except when you're actually Darkman.
And there's a game over for Rain again. Rain is a little bit in the lead. Well, no, combat is never cool in this game. The thing is, you can punch and kick the enemies here, but the hitboxes are strange. Not only that, but you have pretty large pauses between attacks, so it's easy for the enemies to get combos in, knock you back, and then you're back far enough that you can't hit them anymore.
Yeah, particularly when you're Darkman, it gets really, really weird with the hitboxes. I don't know if it's specifically because when you're Darkman, the game wants you to have a smaller hitbox, or if it's because the graphics is lined up incorrectly on Darkman Sprite or something like that. Another death at the mazes. But you'll notice that they alternate between punching and kicking. There's no difference whatsoever between the attacks. There's nothing they can control about that. Darkman just alternates for the sake of variety. and there's no different hitbox or anything, you really want to be much closer than his fists or feet have to like visually be on the screen to be close to the enemy, though. The hitboxes need to be basically touching. Unless you're an enemy, the enemies actually have humongous hurtboxes and can hit you whenever they want.
Oh, yeah.
Rain completes the moving platform stage. That's important.
Oh, you know what? That was dumb.
So these balloons... Oh, Rain just jumped off the platforms. That's not a good choice. The balloons are actually instant death. They do something very strange. They knock Darkman into the foreground, where there's no collision, and he falls off the screen and dies.
I'm pretty sure the moving platform maze was in the movie. You know, I've heard talk of it. No, Yagamoth!
Stage, actually, yes.
You get moving so incredibly fast. The thing is, as soon as you move on to the next set of stages, your movement physics change pretty dramatically. I think it's largely because of the types of platforms, though. Now, there are slow platforms and fast platforms, right?
Not usually, but there are some platforms that cause you to go backwards or forwards extra fast because they have arrows on them that indicate that. And unlike the arrows in the moving platform maze, they don't lie to you. They actually tell you the truth on those platforms.
Now, the moving platform maze actually doesn't begin lying until, I think, about the third set.
Once we get to skip, I believe, is when it starts lying.
Okay, Yagamoth.
That's probably about as
watch
far
out.
as these players are going to get. I'll be surprised if they make it all the way to Chinatown.
And Yagamoth is through the first stage, moving on to stage 2. That's definitely a worthwhile beginning. Okay, he's on to his first maze here. Thank you for telling them controls, JK.
Controls are for dorks.
Yeah. Okay, Yagamoth's just gonna start from the beginning again. I think that's fine to get practice on the first level because it gives you better knowledge of how the physics work.
I also don't think either one of them have used a continue yet, and I'm sure that Yagamoth is wondering if he uses a continue, is he going to start at the beginning of 1-1 or at the beginning of 1-2? And it's not real clear unless you actually use that continue.
It would be 1-2 that you start at. Like the continue
I don't know that
system
Yaga
is
knows that, though.
not as butts as it could be. Yagamoth getting through stage 1 with all lives intact. I have seen Rain use a continue, actually.
And I've seen Rain also be aware that those balloons are instant death. He actually waited one out right there. That's really important. So that means Rain is cementing the lead right now. We're into the photography minigame, which is a really cool idea that's completely irrelevant for most playthroughs, even casually.
I'm sorry, Yagamoth just died at a place that I died at multiple times, trying to jump onto the next platform.
To be fair, I think I'd have a hard time finding any spot you haven't died at multiple times in those 3 hours.
Oh my
Percentia.
gosh! Oh my gosh!
How long were you in Chinatown?
A long time. I almost cried playing this game. Like, it was miserable.
I really enjoyed it.
I really am glad that I stuck with it, though, okay? Because it feels satisfying to be able to demolish, when I say demolish, finally beat something that, you know, is destroying you. It's very satisfying to do that.
Isn't that the whole selling point behind
Yagamoth! Oh my gosh, pinball! By the Rain is on to the next set of stages, so what can you tell us about this?
So now Rain is playing, quote-unquote, as Polly, which is one of Darkman's many disguises, and Polly's momentum changes pretty significantly. His top speed's a little lower, his acceleration is a little bit more gradual, it's a little bit less lopsided, and the hitbox for Polly is actually way better, probably because Polly hits people with a baseball bat.
Now, from what I understand, you actually run slower when you're on the wood than on the grass.
If you do, I haven't really noticed it.
I have.
Mostly the differences are from character to character.
Also, hitboxes sort of change a little bit. I don't know, this game is an experience that you need to try.
Oh, of note also is this little park area where Rane is playing his Polly right now. Replacing the instant death balloons are instant death fish. So that's a thing.
Oh, I love the fish! Oh my gosh. Memories are coming back right now.
Rane is just getting housed by this random army guy.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, your club looks like it should go a little bit farther, but it just doesn't. Yeah, I think both players are very angry at this game right now because it's ludicrous. It's so offensive to control.
One of the things I find really interesting about the park stages as well is you see those saw blades that are just sort of rotating through the floating log sections here. The saw blades are actually almost irrelevant. They deal damage at the same rate of the fire in the warehouse stage, which is way lower than everything else in the game for some reason.
Yeah. If you run through it, you can get through without too much damage, but I always avoided them, you know?
Yeah, if you stand in them, they can do a lot of damage, but you literally have to stand on top of them for seconds at a time.
Okay, so here's the deal. A little bit of the story with this game. So what you're doing is you put on the mask of someone who you're gonna go try to murder. I'm not sure why you disguise yourself as the person you want to kill, but you do. And then you go and kill them. So right now we're waiting until Rane gets to Polly, the guy in the pink sweatshirt. This is one of the reasons Tristan didn't do the big bad 10. Oh, jeez.
We did make the goal for this game a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the one who suggested it, so it is my fault. Go ahead and use your exclamation point blame command if you wish.
Yeah, go ahead and blame Kual,
But
please.
the reason I didn't think it was that bad is because I speedrun this game. So it's like, yeah, Chinatown's before it gets really hard.
Oh, so in the actual story, he's trying to disguise himself as essentially the goons of the main enemy here, so that's why he's wearing all these fancy costumes.
Yeah, he's trying to get close to Durant so he can claim revenge on Durant for setting up the lab on fire, I think, or something like that. I haven't actually watched the film since I was about 6 years old.
The thing is, with this game, if you go fast and you do well, you can get through it really quickly. But it's such an incredible challenge to play this well. I would say both players are doing extremely fine on this game so far. You know, Rane has made more progress, but Yagamoth is doing a little bit better at conserving lives. At least up to
what I've seen of Yagamoth's matches as well. Yagamoth really comes alive in the second half of the match. So
Yes.
This is mostly set up for Yagamoth as he gets comfortable with the controls and starts to understand how the physics work.
Yay, Carrots, thank you for subscribing to this. Just trying to imagine a world where I saw Darkman and I was like, ooh, hit that subscribe button, baby.
That's happened to me.
Oh, crap. So, Koal, how did you first find out about this game?
I saw this in a Kusogrand3 match, I believe, is the first time I saw it.
Yeah, let me go back and take a look. Who played this originally? That's right, ZS Kessler against Meta 90. We've had 2 Meta 90 games today.
Very
I just
nice.
want you to know. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it looked kind of interesting. It played really fast. It kind of fit the groove of what I wanted to do. And since I was new to speedrunning, I was like, hey, this looks short and plays fast. I want to learn it.
No.
So I took it as my 12-hour challenge game, and it was this game.
I'm so sorry, Koal.
It's all your fault.
I know.
This, Spider-Man 3 for the Game Boy, that's your fault too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was the person who chose the games, like all the games in Kusogrand3, so if this is anyone's fault, it's mine.
Oh, actually, shout-outs to NPC, as is mentioned. NPC gave me the hookup so I could actually speedrun that game on original hardware.
Nice.
He is also to blame for the other speed game I picked up right after that.
Which one was that?
Versus the World.
You know what? I want to learn that one.
It has multiple frame-perfect, motion-perfect, pixel-perfect tricks at the end.
Oh, so I've heard.
On the final stage, back-to-back, and if you miss them, you lose 4 minutes.
So I've heard.
It's awful. And it's all NPC's fault.
I played it as a kid, though, you know? Yagamoth is getting his first shots at the poly stages, which, again, you know, because we're going to see people playing through the early stages multiple times. Oh, insta-death fish! You know, we're going to see this stage quite a bit.
Nice, Dana.
Dana, what did you make? Oh, the go from... Oh, I actually really like that.
Yes, Proton John. It was actually in more than once, or more than twice, because it also showed up in the Gauntlet rounds.
Yeah, that's right, Proton John. I think that when I saw your match coming up, and I had the chance to choose a previous game, I was like, what would be a good game for Proton John? And I decided Darkman was a good one.
We've also had Commodore 64 Darkman, Game Boy Darkman. I feel like we might have had TurboGrafx Darkman.
I don't know. I don't think we have. We'll keep that in mind, though. There are just so many Darkman games, and there didn't need to be any, okay? Literally did not need to exist. Yeah, and they were all very different games. That's what shocks me, cool.
Yeah, on my last count, I think there were 5 different games, and they have almost nothing in common besides, like, some of the sprite work is
Yagamoth is
reused.
into the second poly stage. Oh, that fish at the beginning. I love it.
Dana, I will do a Darkman marathon if you learn Commodore 64 Darkman.
Wait, you'd rather learn this than Commodore 64 Darkman? Well, you already know.
Well, I already know this one, and I already played the Game Boy one, so... How much worse can it get?
Oh, Yagamoth just hopping on the buzzsaw, not where you want to be.
Yeah, not ideal. Yeah, for what it's worth, I do think this is actually the least offensive of the Darkman games. I think it's the most fun and it plays the fastest, but it is still the cruelest by far.
Oh, the combo! Soldier just shoots Yagamoth and then punches him off the log. Why the crap are there giant logs in the park anyway? I don't understand Darkman's world.
Well, there are giant trees.
Is he in, like, California? With the redwoods?
I think New York, actually.
This is what Central Park looks like, everybody. Okay, Central Park. That's why everybody's afraid, you know? Because all the fish just murder you. Central Park fish. Just deadly piranhas. I like that Yagamoth and Rane are essentially on the same section. And you can
Yeah,
just
this is going to be a close match, I think.
Yeah, I think so. The physics in this game are just bizarre. And you're going to see tons of knockback, and then some things that don't actually affect you at all, except take away your health. Which it's damage over time while it's colliding with your sprite, I believe.
Correct, yeah. There's 2 fun things to note about this. One is that these 2 moving platforms we see on Yagamoth's side can desync themselves, which makes this jump impossible, and you can't actually progress, which is kind of fun.
Yeah,
the other
you
only
have to
matters if
die.
you're speedrunning, and that is that when you die, certain things in the game continue on their own independent timer regardless of whether or not you're actually in play. So like when you're still unhurling the cloak and it has the go printed on the screen, some enemy sprites continue to move, even though nothing else can move, including you. And the fish are one of those elements. So if you die, the timing on the fish is totally thrown off, and speedrunning this stage becomes really weird.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the thing is, the jump is also very counterintuitive that you have to make here. Like, Yagamoth went for what you think you would need to do for the jump, but it was the opposite of what he needed to do.
Yeah, what matters the most is that when you leave your feet, you keep your exact same momentum completely unchanged. You don't gain or lose any momentum while you're in the air. So that means if you need to clear a gap larger than the size of your sprite, you actually need to be at a running speed.
I just don't know. It's so weird. Yeah, if any of you are doubting the physics in this game at all, you should try playing this game right now. Just try it a little bit, okay? Get the feel. Yagamoth, no! The death! Was
Rain is
Darkman always
really waiting for this to line up better.
like, he's waiting,
It's not
but
going to get any better than this.
I was gonna say, I thought that the sync wouldn't change at all.
And he missed it. Yeah, it doesn't. I think you might be thinking it does. Scrolling the screen can change it a little bit.
A bit.
No, there. That's not how you do it.
Oh, this game is a totally fair and well-balanced experience brought to you by Ocean.
You kind of want to play it, don't you?
No. Well, no, I don't know. Wow. Please don't make me make this choice.
So, would you rather play the Demon Rush?
At least I know how to play that. At least I don't yell the entire time that I'm playing the Demon Rush, you know?
Is that a vote for the Demon Rush?
Over Darkman, I would say yeah. I would rather play the Demon Rush over Darkman. I mean,
I'm just
that's not
savoring that.
exactly a resounding endorsement, okay? By the way, this was published by Ocean, but it was developed by a group called Painting by Numbers Limited. They also made other classics like RoboCop 2, which we've had in Kusogrand3. They also made Hook, which, if it's the NES version, I can see the similarities between this and NES Hook. They also made a game called Cool World, which I have not played at all, but that looks vaguely familiar. So, yeah, they're a very, very small development group that has only made a handful of games, and they're all pretty trash.
And they're all pretty trash in more or less the same way. They never really figured out how momentum works.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. Like, although Ocean did not put out the best games, did not publish the best games, they could have given at least some physics ideas over to the group. What other games did they make around the time? I'm gonna go take a look real quick. Let's dive into the depths of Ocean. They made a lot of Commodore 64 games. Made some Arkanoid, it looks like. Oh my gosh, come on. Go a little more modern. Where are their NES games? Because, like, if you have a company that's working with you, you can help them. I promise. You don't have to make them work all by their lonesome.
And the thing that's interesting to me about this game in particular, though, is they did put a lot of love and detail and attention into some of the stage design and the sprite work for Darkman and the different physics for the different characters and the balancing minigame. There's actually a lot of good here.
Oh, yeah. Then again, Ocean made Pugly's Scavenger Hunt, so I don't know if that says anything about their ability to make physics.
I have it on good authority that Pugsy's Scavenger Hunt is a great speed game. I heard that from Garby and Author Blues, and that means it's fact.
They made ports of Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Dude, did they make the Genesis port?
No, but they made the DOS, Commodore 64,
Oh.
Amiga ports,
That caused me physical pain to hear that information.
Did you know those existed?
I think I knew the Commodore 64 version did.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've seen a screenshot of it, actually. I didn't know the other ones existed. That's terrifying.
You know what? Ocean did RoboCop 3 for the Super Nintendo, so never mind. Ocean is the worst. Because I hate that game. I think I hate it more than Darkman.
That's a big claim. Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Doesn't RoboCop 3 reuse these assets? I don't think so. RoboCop 2 does. But RoboCop 3 is for the Super Nintendo.
RoboCop 2 in this game are remarkably similar.
ROM Scout, this game is solid, as in, it's, you know,
It occupies physical space
It
and
does.
It is in a state that is not liquid, plasma, or gas.
yeah, it's also dense. Okay, just like
Very
Polly's
dense.
forehead. ROM Scout, I want to see you play this, okay? Because I know very few NES games that are as slippery and difficult to play as this. At least platformers. I don't know, can you think of any, Koal?
Slippery and difficult to... I mean, there's a lot of slippery games. This one's more cruel than it is hard to control.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like with this game, once you get a handle to how the momentum actually works and you can consistently jump where you think you're going, it's really just the cruelty that makes it a bad game.
Yeah, Yagamoth can make this jump, like I know it. The platform has to be moving up for him to make the jump. And he keeps trying exactly the opposite, which is what... Like
Rain had it! Rain had it! He was on the second platform and just didn't run far enough.
No! You're breaking my heart. Both are on the same climb. And honestly, this climb is not trivial. It's so incredibly difficult.
Learning how the
Nothing in this
hitbox
game
on the
is
club
trivial.
works is really important for this, because you need to be able to take that guy out before he shoots you.
And these are the easy stages, okay? No, Yagamoth! He got a really easy pattern. But
Alright, Rain has made it past the hard part. Now we're on to the slightly less hard part.
No, it still is butts.
Good jump from Rain. Come on, Rain, you can do it.
Wait, NPC is leaving. NPC, you don't like the game?
Alright, Rain makes progress.
Yagamoth, you can
Rain's
do
probably
this.
really upset that he's still in the park.
Okay, Yagamoth, making progress as well. Good. Okay, Rain continuing on. This is the last Polly stage. If he can... No, Yagamoth, no! Oh,
Yagamoth knows how to do it now, though. That's important. That's a big hurdle to overcome in this stage.
yeah. So, Rain, honestly, this stage is not too bad, but you do take a lot of damage. Rain taking a death right there. If he has continues, he'll be able to make an attempt at the boss here. The bosses are not hard.
Well, one of them is. The very challenging fight is at the end of Chinatown. We probably won't see it today. It's pretty far into the game. It's actually after the next series of stages, and then at the end of the series after that.
I don't recall that fight being hard. I don't think we're gonna see that fight in this match, but
It's the one that you have to high kick 17 times in the face while he throws shuriken at you.
oh yeah. Okay, never mind. That fight is kind of butts.
Oh, we got a boss fight on Rain's side. Come on, Rain, see what you can do.
Let's see what he can do. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Nope, can't do it.
Once you get in the groove, you can usually get through it. And Rain was almost there. Yagamoth finishing the stage. And
Very
moving
nice.
on.
Yagamoth has a chance.
Yagamoth could potentially get to the boss now. We're going to see both of them game over 1 or 2 times, though.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, so, yeah, essentially you're dressing up as these bad guys in order to kill those bad guys. I don't think that's the best disguise. If people saw that there were 2 of you standing around, they'd probably be like, something's not right here, you know? Probably try to shoot you and put buzzsaws and logs.
That's usually my first thought when there's somebody who looks like me.
Put a buzzsaw in a log.
Yeah, I mean, that just seems sensible. Why take chances with stuff like that?
No, Yagamoth! Oh, that jump. Yeah, he's still got to continue, though. So I think there's a good chance of seeing one of these 2 players beat Polly. Now, Rain is currently in the lead. He's made it all the way to the boss. Yagamoth hasn't, but Yagamoth is getting a pretty good hang on these controls. Now, as you said before, Kowal, Yagamoth generally tends to shine in the second half of the matches. Oh, there he goes!
Nice. It takes 10 hits to kill Polly. Rain was at 4 hits prior to encountering Polly the second time. And now we have the next minigame, and this is completely stupid. This is the worst minigame in any video game ever.
It doesn't need to exist. Like, the potions in this game heal you, right?
So normally, when you grab a potion in a stage, at the end of the stage, they give you a small amount of your health back. On the rope swing stages, it's an instant health refresh for about 1/6 of your health meter. Being hit by a bus or a motorcycle or a bird or a car or whatever takes off usually around like a 1/5 to a 1/4 of your health. The bombs that are exploding in the background are actually really easy to dodge. They have terrible hitboxes in the way that is beneficial.
Yeah. But Rain is through that stage. By the way, I love how intuitive it is that you pick up health items and it cures you after the stage is over, not immediately.
Oh, yeah. I've never really talked about it, but this little, like, photography minigame thing, the way it works is if you take pictures of your mark, which is the character you're supposed to be killing in the next section, it actually extends your in-game timer. So there's a stage timer, like most early NES games, and extending that timer from taking pictures gives you more time, obviously, to get through the stage. It's pretty much completely irrelevant because the game is already so deadly that you don't really ever run into timing-related deaths.
It's very rare, yeah.
Even if you're playing casually and taking your time and, like, scoping things out, there's so much time to spare.
Yeah, he got a good mask. Oh, Yagamoth kills Polly and is moving on as well. Wow, both players about neck and neck, honestly.
Yeah, they're only about a minute apart from each other. Oh, pause strats from Yagamoth, very wise.
Interesting, I like it. I never thought about using pause strats here.
Yeah, this is a really good idea from Yagamoth. It's going to make the stage really slow, but a lot safer.
It's going to sound annoying, but yeah, if he can get through without losing a life, great. Yeah, that's completely allowed. Any strategies that are not outwardly like cheating or breaking the game, even if they find glitches that are helpful, that's cool, as long as it's all in-game. Pause strats are definitely in-game.
And a pretty common casual strategy for a lot of video games, though I also never thought about doing that in this.
He dodged the bird using pause strats. Okay?
Very smart choice.
Yeah. This is why he's in the final group and I'm not. I'm so terrible at blind
right there with you,
playthroughs. Man. Yeah. Now, be careful. We are trying not to give any ideas for either of the players. Yagamoth is using pause strats. Rain has not, but Rain could potentially see that and get the idea to start using them, and we don't want to give an advantage to one player or another. Rain ran into a balloon.
Rain still has continues left. That's important, because if a continue run out had happened there, it'd be a pretty good chance for Yagamoth to take the lead.
Now, jog my memory. How many continues do you have?
I believe it's 3.
Oh, by the way, the arrow platforms. Want to talk about those?
Oh, the arrow platforms are great. They actually completely reverse what the inputs on your controller do as long as you're making contact with the ground. It's really weird because of the way the jump mechanics work. The jump mechanics, again, carry over the exact same momentum you have from run speed into your jump, and it doesn't accelerate or decelerate at all once you leave your feet. So it makes jumping off of those arrow platforms extremely weird, and something that actually you can use to be much faster than normal. But if you're playing the game casually and you're playing it blind, you don't really have any idea how to use that to your benefit, and it usually means you die a lot.
Yagamoth. Yeah, those trampoline things, unfortunately, if you face the other direction when you land on them, you'll go the other direction. So you're going to see jumping off of the arrows. The thing is, your controls left and right stay reversed right up until the point that you touch the next platform. And immediately, as soon as you touch, they go back to normal. And because of that, you'll likely see them making jumps and then falling off pretty much immediately after landing.
Yagamoth has a lot of lives left. This is actually a really big chance for Yagamoth to build up a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah. It won't take too much work to get that lead.
I don't think he's noticed the beach ball down at the bottom. That's going to be important in later stages in this section.
Oh my gosh! See, Yagamoth got thrown off by the reverse controls right there. Okay, Yagamoth balancing on the ball, doing a good job. Now, you play as Skip in these stages. Skip has one leg.
Haha.
Classy. Yeah, staying classy, Darkman.
That's right. That's not Darkman that named him Skip.
Who named him Skip, then? His boss?
Yeah, I think it was his boss. I'm pretty sure it's a mobster nickname.
Okay, there we go. Yagamoth on the reverse control platform here. And he made the jump. Oh! I think he got past a little bit where Rain got to, though.
I think so as well. Let's see if he's got a continue
Out
left.
of continues, but
Oh,
Yagamoth
no!
takes the lead. It's not a
honestly,
big lead, but it's there.
Probably for the best. Because we know there's enough time for them to make one really good effort at it. Maybe two if they have one of those efforts go really well or really sour.
Oh, yeah.
The more time you spend padding a small lead, that Rain will probably erase on a subsequent playthrough, having a little bit more knowledge of the screens. It's risky. Honestly, taking a death there might have benefited Yagamoth.
Oh, Darkman, staff at GDQ. Yeah, this is exactly what he did for his full-time job. Okay. Yeah, Rain has a poor mask, but again, it really doesn't matter. Even if you're playing this casually, time is very rarely an issue.
It will become an issue in the Durant stages at the end of the game if they don't know where to go, but they're not going to make it that far.
Oh, no,
that would
we
require
won't
them getting
see
through
those.
this. And Skip, and Chinatown, the hardest boss fight in the game, and another one of those rope swinging sections.
We
It's just not
could
feasible.
potentially see Chinatown. Proton John made it there during his match.
If we did this as a 2-hour endurance round, I could see somebody making it to Durant.
Oh, did we do that as a 2-hour endurance round?
I don't think so.
Let me take a look. Because if so, I am more evil than I thought. Nope, it was 1 hour. Okay, making people play this for 2 hours would be evil.
I mean, I made people play this for 3 hours. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Don't bring up the past. So, question, because you've put a lot of love into this game, what is your favorite part of the game?
Oh, definitely Chinatown. The controls are a little bit smoother, the momentum works a little better, the jumps are actually twice as high. The boss fight at the end is total nonsense. It's utterly unfair, but the rest of the gameplay in Chinatown is excellent.
Okay, cool. So, Chinatown, I think we're going to see Chinatown with at least one of the two players. Probably both of them, honestly.
The way they're going, I wouldn't be surprised if they both make it. There's still a big hurdle to overcome, which is one of the skip stages is in reverse, the one that has skip at the end of it, and it's
Yeah.
all trampoline jumping. And until they get used to how the trampolines work, that's going to be a real rough time for both of them.
Yeah, I remember doing that my first time. That's one thing that I like about this game, though. Everything that happens in it is memorable. Like,
It's honestly, it's a fascinating game. When you learn how it works and you get used to the momentum, yes, it's cruel, but again, there's a lot of stuff in it that's actually really fascinating in terms of game design. The gameplay is actually very fun in some places, and speedrunning it was a joy, with the exception of stages like the second stage of the park that just is utterly miserable.
I love that getting shot doesn't knock you backwards. It knocks you up. And so... Wait. Justin just made it.
Wait a minute.
Never mind. You fly into the air. You don't have a baby, okay? Getting shot does not give you babies. No insta-babies in this game.
Oh boy. Just keep on digging that hole.
Oh my gosh, I'll keep digging. Rain is getting back into this pretty quickly. Yagamoth has only taken 1 death to this point. So that, yeah, conserving lives is the most important.
The direction that enemies and Darkman get bumped when they take damage is actually really interesting too. In the skip encounter, you both have rocket launchers, and being hit with a rocket knocks you back, in theory. But when Skip is hit by one of your rockets, it's actually based on what direction Darkman is facing when the rocket makes impact. So if you turn backwards after you shoot it, and it makes contact while you're facing away from him, he'll get quote-unquote knocked back towards you. It's actually a speed strat to speed that stage up a little bit.
Oh yeah, the damage sprite when you're dangling from the rope, it's so good. You just look like you've had your breath taken away.
Rain is beasting it up right now.
Yeah, this is... I don't know, Rain... Every once in a while he struggles with the game that he gets, but then other times he gets a game that he is just really good at for no good reason.
Like Back to the Future.
Yeah. That match was crazy. He actually beat the game, right?
I don't think he got 88 miles an hour, but I'm pretty sure he finished the DeLorean stage.
Well, there goes Yagamoth. Come on, Yagamoth! 2 lives left. So, when you have some of the vertical stages, the HUD actually changes. It changes to a condensed form, which honestly is all you need.
They put a lot of thought into stuff like that, which is why I find the momentum super weird and fascinating. Like, they obviously had some design input, they had a lot of thought put into it, they mimicked a lot of what's in the movie in a coherent order, and they managed to get all these little sections with the computer screen and all that sort of stuff in there to explain why you're doing the things you're doing. It's remarkable they did all of that, but the actual physical gameplay is so bad.
Rain is going back to Skip. Okay. Let's see what Rain can do here. Rain can take the lead back again if he does well in this section. Yagamoth just decided to go back here in order to respawn those platforms. I think that's a fine idea.
Something that's important for Rain to know that he hasn't picked up on yet is that those little rotating spindly bits down at the bottom of the screen are not solid ground. You cannot stand on them. He's actually tried to jump down to them 3 times now and jumped right through. And I think he's blaming the balloon that he's impacting more than he's blaming the hole in the floor.
Well, I mean, if you hit one of the balloons, you die instantly, so... But yeah, avoid hitting the balloons, but also don't jump on the spinny things. Is like this game, it's very hard to tell what is actually going to be a platform and what isn't, especially with the skip stages. So,
oh, very nice from Rain. Rain, I think,
wow,
just took the lead back.
That jump is not trivial. Oh!
That's instant death.
And death immediately after. Actually, I think Yagamoth got right there as well.
I think Yagamoth died right before the spring trap, because I think Yagamoth would have been killed by it.
I love that spring trap. It's so good.
This game is so mean. It did not need to be this mean, and I love it for it.
It didn't. It did not need to be cruel. I usually took the upper route in order to avoid...
Oh, no! Well, Rain definitely has the lead now.
Yes, for sure, Rain has the lead.
Oh, that was bad. That was, we call that the clown glitch.
What was the clown glitch? And who calls it
The clown's
that?
hitbox actually descends below the line of the surface of the ground that he's kneeling on. And if you clip that green block, you can actually clip the clown's hitbox. And bumping the clown, if you body the clown, it's actually instant death.
What? Oh my god.
So never bump a clown.
Well, that's good life advice, you know?
I'm looking out for you guys. I don't want anybody to get, you know, clown bumped.
Rain! Rain! Yeah, bump the clown. That's gonna be... Kids these days using lines that I've never even heard of.
Well, we just saw another clown bump on Rain's side. That's an instant death. Now, speaking of Darkman, Darkman is here in chat. Hello, Darkman.
Hello, Darkman. This is your game. Hope you're enjoying it. Okay, Rain, gonna do the incredibly tight jump for no good reason right here.
I don't think Rain has realized that the green blocks on the top of the screen are a path you can take. I think
They
Rain
are.
is helping you taking the lower path.
That's my preference for this stage, up on top.
Oh, this looks good. This is the most progress Rain's made so far.
Okay, reverse controls there for a second, now normal
Oh
controls.
no! Oh no! Don't body the balloon!
The thing is, okay, that last jump right there is incredibly difficult. Wow, Yagamoth.
Right on his heels.
Yagamoth is very close to catching up, yeah. Just don't hit the balloon. Don't do it. Yeah, very nice. He's taking it slow. He's not rushing. Okay, there is a stompy platform right below him. Oh, Yagamoth!
Oh, that is like one block behind where Rain has gotten. Oh man, he
This
must be
race
so
is
mad right now.
ridiculously close.
Oh, bodied by a clown again. That hurts.
Ooh, Yagamoth taking a death in a pit.
Oh no!
And
Rain
Rain
is
is
out of
game over. He
continues.
can still catch up, though.
Yeah, there is enough time. This game plays very fast. For reference, the
Yeah.
speedrun of this game is barely over 10 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh my god.
My PB is like 12 minutes, but yeah, the speedrun is like 10:20 right now. Toad actually just broke the record like 3 weeks ago.
The reverse platform killing Yagamoth right there. Wow, Toad took the record?
Yeah, it was an Author Blues record for a long time, and then Toad actually sniped it recently.
Good for Toad. Oh,
that was
Yagamoth getting pinballed.
It hurt to watch that one.
Oh, jeez. Like, when you play this game well, it feels really good. I think that's
It
the
looks
most
really good
satisfying
played
thing
well,
in this
too.
game. What's that?
It's a very showy game when you play it right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yagamoth! That was a little scary. Okay,
I was pretty sure he was dead, but that was really good.
reverse platform here. Normal platform. He has the chance to take the lead.
Can you do it, Yagamoth? No!
Oh!
To be technical about it, I don't believe Rain actually made it to the other side of that platform. I'm pretty sure he bodied the balloon and fell straight down.
I think so. I think technically by a few pixels, Yagamoth may have taken the lead.
If that becomes the determining factor for this match, I'm going to be so happy.
Pixels?
Yes.
Yeah. This wouldn't be the first time that we have used pixels to determine who wins.
Yagamoth gets a few more bites at the apple here. This is important. I think with only about 13 and maybe 12 and a half minutes left, it's basically this attempt from Yagamoth versus whatever we get to see from Rain for the next 13 minutes as a comeback.
Yeah,
Yagamoth's not going to have enough time to do two stabs at this.
I think he could.
Oh no.
Yagamoth! Breaking my heart.
I think he got tilted from jumping off that platform.
I think so. He's going to be starting over. Now, if he goes quickly through these first stages, he's learned a lot about the platforming and how the controls work, so he may be able to get back into this. Not like that. But honestly, you know, not resetting I think is a good move because it takes a long time to reset.
If you literally reset the console, it's not as bad as waiting for the animation to play out after you die.
Huh.
I mean, it saves a matter of maybe 3 or 4 seconds at the most, but it's still time savings.
Both of them are stressed. Yeah, honestly, right at this point, it's a little bit too close to call. Here's my question, Koal. Because it was clear as soon as Rain got hit by the balloon, that was the death location. I don't know if you would count horizontal movement after getting hit by the balloon.
Well, I would say you need to make progress to the left side of the screen. Yagamoth hit his face on the wall on that side and then fell down, whereas Rain hit a balloon in between the platform and the wall and fell down from the balloon. So by that logic, I would say that Yagamoth is in the lead by maybe a dozen pixels.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just thinking out loud here. Technically, you can go a little bit through the wall after hitting the balloon, but that's not really progress. Yeah, right now it's definitely being based off of pixels. I would say as the moment that Rain touched the balloon would be the exact moment that the attempt ended specifically. You know, he was dead right after that point.
Rain was doing something a little bit interesting there, and I was very happy to see it. Rain actually spawned to the first platform and then waited for it to reach a location that he liked before he climbed a little higher. Puts the two platforms in a little bit better sync. It makes that difficult jump quite a lot easier.
Hey, I'm glad to see strategies for spawning platforms. Both of the players are getting back into this game really quickly. Yeah, thank you, Cadus, for not jumping into the rabbit hole until then. It's fine. Go ahead and relax. Just enjoy Darkman, because they aren't. Yeah, isn't it great
that
to...
hurts.
Oh, Yagamoth, that jump. Isn't it great, though, that, you know, people died multiple times previously playing through areas, and now they're getting a first try?
For Darkman, a lot of that is just getting used to how the momentum works. It's such a humongous hurdle when you're playing this game blind. I think part of it also is, in a race setting, you get to the final 10 minutes, the adrenaline kicks in, and you start trying to do everything a little bit too fast. And in Darkman, a little bit too fast is exactly what speed you should be going all the time.
Honestly, if you are jumping at too fast of a speed, it's much better than doing it too slow and trying to, like, adjust, because you're not going to be able to adjust if you're going too slow.
You literally cannot adjust in this game, unless you are Smiley.
Okay, Yagamoth is through onto the vertical stage. Rain is almost back to Poly, though. And if Rain can beat the Poly stage, for sure that is going to be progress. Let's see what Rain can do. I still love the damage sprite when
It's so good.
Especially the death one. Like, yeah, it's death, but still. Okay, Yagamoth. Yagamoth has been doing this spawn tactic as well.
It's working really well for Yagamoth right
Yeah.
now. He had really, really good patterns right there. Oh no!
No!
He just had an input get eaten.
It's so easy to lose inputs in this game, too. So what Yagamoth did right there, it's very, like, it's hard to notice how difficult it was, but as soon as Yagamoth got hit, I was thinking, high chance that he's gonna die. Because you can just get into the habit of thinking, I need to mash and attack. But if you do, if an enemy hits you and you just mash attack after that, you're likely going to end up dying. Ooh, Yagamoth! He got not the best pattern with platforms. He could have recovered from that, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Both players still have a pretty solid chance at the Poly stages, though. We've got 7 minutes left. Yagamoth! He just needs to, I think, calm down a little bit. He's getting really stressed about this.
Yeah, this is going to be Rain's chance right here. I think it's going to come down to whether or not Rain can catch up to where Yagamoth was on this attempt.
Yeah, he did take a lot of damage, though, from, well, the balloon killed him, so...
Yeah, but 1 life. I think he's got 2 continues left.
Yeah, it's okay.
0 lives. I think he's got 1 continue left.
He should have at least 1 continue left, yeah. Okay, Yagamoth has passed the difficult jump in this stage. As long as you don't rush it, Yagamoth, you should be fine.
Yagamoth has to rush it this time. He's got to get through this stage and the rope swing stage and Park 3 and most of Skip's first stage to get back to where he was.
got faith, though. He's finished with the climb. Climb is down. Okay, Rane. This is Rane's run to win.
This is his chance to rain on Yagamoth's parade.
Oh
Boom!
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Seriously, right here, if Rane can make this last final jump, he's got it.
He did not
No!
make it. He was immediately killed by a balloon.
Okay, so Yagamoth still has the lead, from what I understand, I believe.
Yeah, I would say that Yagamoth still has the lead. He was still alive when he bonked, whereas Rain was already dead when he hit the foreground.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh.
I like Yagamoth's pause strat, but I don't like it right now.
He took a death there. Yeah, this race is being an absolute blast. Oh my gosh. Okay,
And
Rain.
he bodied the balloon again.
No! Rain taking a death right before
I
the...
believe these two lives, one life. I believe this is his last chance to try to catch up to Yagamoth.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay, yeah, don't backseat game, everybody. Just go ahead and get excited. It's good to be excited. I'm glad that there's so much excitement right now because this is so ridiculously close. Okay. Rain making that jump.
Yeah, all right, we're almost there. I think it all comes down to this. Nope!
No! No! Oh my gosh. Okay. I think he still has a continue, though.
He still has to continue.
Good,
All right,
good,
he's
good,
got a
good,
really
good.
good shot at this.
Okay,
then.
we're back in this. And Yagamoth just using up all his photos as quickly as possible. Good choice. He's got to get back in this because Rain could potentially take the lead. And then Yagamoth would have to be scrambling to get caught back up. Oh my gosh. This is just a ridiculously intense match.
I guarantee you that Yagamoth does not think he's in the lead right now either.
I think you're right, yeah. Rain, just the last couple jumps.
No, you jumped in the balloon again.
No,
Rain,
the
no!
balloon! Although, I think that might be the point that he got furthest to the left. Yeah,
Nah, the balloon's in between the two platforms. If you made contact with the balloon, you're dead before you get that far.
but he hit it from above. Who's ahead?
He was already
I don't know,
dead.
Rom Scout. Like, I think Yagamoth is, but we're gonna have to review VODs.
When
Because
you hit
it's
a
going to come
balloon,
down to
you're already
pixels
dead,
if
so
nobody
that's-
makes progress. Please, somebody make progress. Make it easy on us. Yeah, we're winning, Rom Scout, okay? Like, this is much more intense than it should be, and we've got 2.5 minutes left.
I won an hour and 40 minutes ago and then made me redraw to this.
Yeah, to tell the truth. No, Yagamoth! You can't jump slow. If you jump slow, you're not going to make the jump.
He's got the 2 minutes left jitters. It's what it is. He
Yeah,
knows he
that's
needs
what
to
it is.
hurry.
Okay, Rain. I think this might be Rain's very last attempt. So he's got to be careful enough that he doesn't do anything dumb. Okay, Rain. Going for the final jump here in just a second.
Nope.
Oh, he did hit the wall,
Yeah.
but
He bodied the wall, but Yagamoth did it 20 minutes ago, so I think it's still Yagamoth's game.
don't know.
He can
We're
make
gonna-
it very convincing if he manages to make progress here, though.
Wow. Okay, Yagamoth still can, completely solidify the lead. I think Yagamoth is going to take the victory, but again, it would be best if he does it so that we don't have to resort to VODs to check. I still love that speed strat that he's using, and then, oh, come on! Just, Like, I know this game is hard. I've played this game. I've played this game a lot. It's so incredibly difficult. That strat just looks so good, the one that Yagamoth uses. Yeah, do not trust the clown. Never trust clowns. Ever.
Never trust a clown.
Okay, we've got just 45 seconds left. It's still possible that Yagamoth can make a little bit of progress and take the solid lead.
I'm still 99% confident that Rane has never successfully made it over the gap without hitting the balloon, which is, I think, the determining factor right now.
But I think he might have made it more across the gap before coming into contact
because
with
he's been killed by the balloon every single time when the balloon spawns in
That's
between the
it.
two platforms.
The match is over. Okay.
Rum Scout, Yagamoth did it 20 minutes ago and made the same exact amount of progress then.
Well, I would say that this is done. Both players made a really good push, but this game is so difficult. It's so incredibly difficult. So yeah, Kate is currently going to be reviewing the VODs. He's been extremely helpful when it comes to reviewing things and making calls. So I believe he's going to be looking at those. So I'm inviting them into voice chat if they would like, because we think Yagamoth took the victory, but again, we want to check and make 100% sure. Hello, Rane! You're not saying anything? Oh, I'm scared. Oh, okay, I'm gonna drag Yagamoth in as well. Hello, Yagamoth!
Good morning.
Good morning. So, first thoughts about the game. What are your... How'd things
really
go?
Interesting.
Really interesting.
Let's put it this way. If they made the platform so it's more obvious when you can fall and where you can start from jumping, it would actually be not too terrible.
Okay. It wouldn't be too terrible. Yeah, the thing is, the platforming... For a platforming game, this game is very much... I don't know, it struggles. It just... It has so many issues. The momentum, the edge detection, it's very easy to press jump just a little bit too late when it looks like you're still on the platform, but you're not.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, when you jump onto the action of the platform, you just fall through it or you just slide off.
Yeah. But with that said, you and Rane both did pretty darn good. We're reviewing the VODs right now because essentially it's going to come down to pixels. And
sorry. Apparently, I have multiple ways to mute myself.
Well done.
Well, you're here,
I was
Rane.
fourth layer muted.
Fourth layer? Wow.
Yeah, I had muted myself 4 times.
Holy cow. Well, I'm glad that you're here, Rane. We're reviewing the VODs because you both got to the same jump. Now, for people watching, they may not have understood what was so difficult about that last jump that you were trying to do. What was difficult about that?
They reverse your directions on that goddamn platform. Sorry. I shouldn't say.
I'll forgive you.
And so it's just one of those things of it's... And then, like, you're waiting for, like, if you can't go right away because the balloon's there, because I tried to gun it with the balloon, and the balloon got me, so I had to wait.
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
And then the last one, I just got anxious, and I'm like, because it's always ice physics. Always ice physics.
Yeah, the game is always ice physics. It's just so much
momentum jumps and ice physics. You know, that's all you really need, right?
Yeah.
I want to say, I think at least near the end, I was having a good grasp of it. It was just that when it goes to like, hey, you're gonna have to do this jump, and right before the final platform, we're gonna reverse your controls.
Oh yeah, it's
you're not seeing my poop eating grin with a wild thumbs up. Saying.
Yeah, it
looks like we have word from Cadis that it is Yaga who takes this one.
Yeah, I'm curious how, because obviously it was down to Pixels who took the victory there. Holy crap, Yaga, yeah, congratulations. Wow.
Wow.
You both actually hit your foreheads on the same wall, literally the same wall in-game. You jumped off the platform and both bonked it instead of clearing the gap. Rain got there first, but Rain only hit balloons until Yaga got there. Yaga was the first to head bonk it and fall, which is the difference maker.
Yeah, just a little bit horizontal advantage goes to Yagamoth there. It's always difficult to make calls that are this close, but yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles.
I would have had it that last time if I just would have waited like half a second or a second longer.
I know,
I forgot about the ice physics.
At the same time, here's what probably would have happened, Rain. I hate to say this, but most of the time when I was playing the game the first time I went through, when I tried to make that jump, I would land on the next platform, but then it instantly reverses your controls, and because you were super stressed to get on that platform, you almost always just walk right back off.
Well, the thing is my last attempt that I actually had is that I landed on the platform, I was in the middle, it was settled.
Yeah.
I held the right direction, it's just I hit the jump button half a second early, so he just did the, hey, I'm not really Mario.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to describe just how difficult the controls are with this game. And once you start making good moves in the game and you learn certain routes, it can really be fun to watch. I know Yagamoth found a good strat for the skip stage. That was the one that you were both on. Found a good strat that looked extremely impressive and was pretty darn consistent too, where he fell down, landed on a bouncy platform, bounced back up. So that was a pretty cool find there, Yagamoth.
Which one was the skip stage?
The circus.
Where you had one leg.
Oh,
The clown stage.
Yeah, I figured that just seemed to work out somehow. Except when you land on the clown instead. That's an instant death or so.
So, just because I'm curious, if you take no pictures of the guy, does that fail you?
No.
So it doesn't.
No.
The way it works is it extends your in-game timer. So if you take no pictures of the guy, you have a very limited in-game timer. But the game is so lethal that having the timer extended is pretty much completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was doing at the end was just wasting shots, but trying to get him in them as I was wasting.
We
That was a
call
good
that
idea.
a speed strat.
Yeah, essentially wasting shots is completely fine. The thing is, I thought that if you didn't at least get one shot, it would be, a death, but not in this case, no. With that said, yeah, congratulations, Yagamoth. You're going to be moving on. Rain, you're free. And
it just proves that I suck at games, that's all.
dude, I lost in the group
Better than
stage.
me.
You're fine. Honestly, it was so intense between you two, and I have no idea who was going to take the victory. Well, hit me up sometime because I'm going to buy you.
No. You hit me up. You accidentally overpaid last year by about I think $10. We're even. You can just
really?
send me the movie.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm pretty-
I'll send you the movie. Just shoot me your address sometime.
You have it. You gave Dragon Dark his. You have
Oh,
it.
that's right. It's Dragon Dark's address. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I unfortunately live with that guy.
Oh my gosh. Well,
So all your picking woes, Quowo, blame him. Just saying.
yeah, we can blame Dragon Dark anytime. I'm cool with that. I think we're going to cut the stream in just a little bit, so let's do a raid. We've got a lot of people here. Who should we go raid? You know what? There's a Celeste tournament going on over at Speed Gaming. I don't see too many people live right now, so let's go do a raid. By the way, we don't have any matches for a little while because Big Bad Gameathon is next weekend. Everybody here, you should totally be watching that, okay? Because it's going to be the best bad marathon that has ever existed. Even better than last year's. So be sure that you're watching. I forget, Rain, Yagamoth, are you doing anything for that?
No, sadly, I haven't done any speed runs lately. Although I might have something soon.
Like Darkman?
No. Technically, some people might view it as bad. I'm debating doing all of the Parasite Eve, so 1,
Ooh.
2, and 3rd birthday, which most people won't touch 3rd birthday with a 20-yard, 30, 100-yard. I don't know. A lot of people don't seem to like that one.
Ooh, okay, cool. Oh, good.
learn
Yeah,
a game
everybody
for
watch
that.
out for that. What's that, Yagamoth?
I should learn a game for the big bad marathon. I was just thinking, Dawn of Honor sounds interesting.
Yeah, learn one for next year, you know? We're going to make it a yearly occurrence.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, you could even just relearn Rookman X.
I
That was a
mean,
great run.
Sure.
Okay, we need a raid message. What message could we go with? Oh my gosh, Metal Man. Of course, Mega Man shows back up. Any idea, Kevin? I mean, we could... Oh, I kind of like Go. You know what? It gives a good vibe. Since this is a race that we're gonna go raid. Go raid! Just yell go at them because they'll enjoy it, you know, give positive encouragement. I will see you all later on during the week. Thank you again, Kalal, Yagamoth, Rain, for this wonderful match.
Thanks again for letting me throw some crap in here.
Sure thing. See ya.